Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Sports City Stadium in Jeddah. My name is Rob Welsh. I'll be with you for the semi-finals of the 8th West Asian Football Federation Women's Tournament, Saudi 2024. And this clash between Nepal versus Lebanon, live on this lovely clear evening. You can see here both teams in the tunnel, accompanied by our match officials today. Our referee is Mr. Saad Ahmed, with his assistant Thayab Nawaf, Thalasis Salman, Al-Zabi Khulud, and match commissioner today is Rantisi Abir, and the referee assessor is Juma Ahmed. Here we can see the match officials, and both teams are coming out the tunnel now. Plenty of smiles. Solidarity and goodwill is always shown in these matches beforehand with the smiles, especially all the effort that's been put into the making of these games. As you can see, Nepal in red and Lebanon is in all white today. And this is the semi-final of the 8th Women's Championship for the 8th West Asian Football Federation, the WAFF 2024. We're broadcasting live from Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Sports City Stadium in Jeddah for this match between Nepal in red and Lebanon in all white. It's the first time such a huge tournament has been hosted in Saudi Arabia for women's football, with 8 teams in total participating, and what a tournament it has been so far. As we prepare for the national anthem for both teams. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the national anthem of Nepal. We're waiting for the national anthem of Lebanon. There's the national anthem for both teams. As mentioned earlier, this is the first time Saudi Arabia has hosted such a huge women's football tournament, and it's also the first time that Nepal has been playing in this tournament as well, as part of the West Asia Football Federation. And what a pleasant team to watch as well. They've played really well so far. They've won all 3 games, and as we see here today, we're at Amila Subha, who's the goalkeeper, who's also the captain for Nepal today, and she's going to be leading Nepal. And today's semi-final sees the clash between these 2 top teams and the top 4. Played some very impressive football throughout the tournament, which has led them to this semi-final here today. Both teams have played 3 games so far, and Nepal have won all 3. Lebanon lost their 1 game so far. They lost to Jordan, who are also the 5-time tournament winners and are also favourites to win this tournament, and based on recent performance during this tournament. And today's clash, we'll see some interesting football here today. We're expecting a good 50-50 game here today, and Nepal and Lebanon, one of these teams will be going through to the finals, and it's going to be interesting to see who will proceed and who's going to get through to the final. Quick flip of the coin. Photo time. They've already exchanged flags, and our match official today is Ahmed Saad, Nawaf Tayyab, Talasi Salman, and Al-Zabi Khulud as the 4th official. And as we can see here today, Lebanon will be speared by Natalie Matar, who we saw earlier just now, exchanging the flags, and goalkeeper Lamita El Dib. Just waiting for our referee. Heading to the centre of the pitch now. It's going to be interesting to see how the game plays out today. And there's Rajendra Tamang, the head coach for Nepal, and head coach Wael Ghazidin. Both looking pretty tense today. Today's match is a big one for both teams today. With Nepal being the favourites to win this game tonight, especially after their last performance against Palestine, which they managed to score 4 and didn't concede any goals. And Lebanon losing, as mentioned earlier, they just lost to Jordan, who are 5-time winners. This is going to be an interesting game indeed. Quick check of the watch, and our referee Saad Ahmed. There's the blow of the whistle indicating the game is now underway. And Lebanon wasted no time on an early quick-fire attack. Lebanon versus Nepal, 0-0. In what's promising to be a very good game today. Both teams eager to get through to the final. Nepal are playing a very dangerous game at this point. Having a kickabout in the danger zone. Certainly didn't go well for the Saudi team. They had a lot of that throughout the tournament. They underestimated the speed of their opponents. It's definitely not the right place to having a kickabout in front of the goal, especially in the semi-finals like this. And second throw in to Lebanon. Nepal pushing forward. In goes the cross. Deflected by defender. Cynthia Salah. Back to a bit of a clash there. Free kick to Nepal. Pooja Rana there. Pooja's been very instrumental throughout this tournament. Good defending from Pooja throughout the tournament. He also plays forward. She doesn't waste much time. Attacking defence. Both teams just feeling their opponents out at this point. So Nepal with the early press. Wasting no time. Amrita Jassis. Or back to Pooja Rana. Finding Anita Basnet. Natalie Mata, who's captain for Lebanon today. See, Natalie's playing in defence today, but she's managed to score quite a few goals so far in this tournament. Pooja Rana. Natalie Mata for Lebanon. Over to Waid Raid. Let's let the ball out for that one. Both teams are applying a lot of quick play short passes today. Both teams seem equally competent as well with the passing. Cautious to make any mistakes at this point. Here the Nepal team supporters chanting Nepal. Throwing for Nepal. And kicked out by Kali Hafush. Very competent defender for Lebanon. Limita El Dib. Corner kick, first corner kick is won by Nepal. Is going to be taken by Anita Basnet. In comes the corner kick. Nepal still in the danger zone. Not sure the referee's going to call that. No. Play on. Over to Cynthia Salah. Back to Pooja Rana. Amrita Jassis. Nepal are using the other side of the pitch now. Losing possession. Natalie Mata pushing it back to Kali Hafush. Natalie's just there being centre. In the centre. Over to Samira Awad. Samira looking for her teammates. Waid. Samira looking for the cross. And denied by Pooja Rana. I'm not sure if that was a dive by Amisha Karki. It was a bit of a push, but I don't think it was so much a hard tackle. A slight nudge. Corner kick for Lebanon. Zahwa Arabi. In comes the corner kick. And left out. Number 15, Dima Al-Kasti. Dima normally plays down in defence. She was up there waiting for an opportunity to score. Both teams still playing with the same formation. They've not changed formation, they just changed a few players. Especially to the starting lineup. One thing that I noticed is Lebanon have changed their starting lineup every single match. Nepal haven't really made that many changes. Here's Nepal back on the attack again. Just a little bit too much behind the ball there. But you can see there Nepal driving the ball forward. They wasted no time. Lamita El Dib. Bit risky at this point. Cynthia Salah. Free kick to Lebanon. Zahra's looking for Layla there. Looking for Layla Iskandar. Cynthia. Intercepted. Anita Basnet for Nepal. Taking on Waid. Back to Angela Suba, the goalkeeper and captain for Nepal. It's only been 8 minutes into the game, and you can, if there was a heat zone on the pitch, I think the whole pitch would be probably at least orange, because they've used all the pitch, both sides, both Lebanon and Nepal, which is good. It's good to see, because both teams are trying different tactics, trying to be creative. A bit of a lack of communication there for Nepal. Almost saw Anita losing the ball there. That's Pooja Rana. Pushing forward, Nepal pushing forward. Anita Basnet. Anita, KC. Not sure where they were going there with that one. Sabrita. Natalie. Natalie's normally a lot stronger on the ball. She's got pushed off it there. Nepal. Wasted no time. There's definitely one for the keeper there. Angela Suba. Taking her time. Nepal being a bit tactful, trying to draw all the white shirts out. That could have cost them. It's the small mistakes. Gita Rana. Natalie for Lebanon. Offside. Yeah. Well, three of the Lebanon team offside, not even one. I think it's just the pace that they were moving, trying to reset. Mina. Kali losing possession, a little bit too much behind that one. Gita looking for her teammates. Great through ball there. Looking for Sabrita Bandari. And throw in for Nepal. In comes across. Picked up. Pretty right. Looking for goal. That's where Cynthia normally would be, on the left wing. Nepal looking for more options. Nepal have done really well to press. And here we go again. Sabrita Bandari, one-on-one with the keeper. Oh, a little bit wide. Little bit wide. That could have been the first goal to. One-on-one with the keeper is just a little bit wide there of the goalpost. I think that's probably woke the Lebanese team up. Shook them up a little bit. Nepal are not one to play with. Over to Pooja. Pooja Rana. Angela Suba. Back to Geeta. Looking for Rita. Sorry, for Pooja. Pooja's almost lost it there. And Rita. Nepal are using playing a lot of lobs at this game. They normally play a lot of short passes. Here we have Sabrita again. Coach Rajendra Tamang. Carly Fush. It's always a little bit nerving when you see teams playing in front of the goal. This is where a lot of the teams have conceded some goals. Being a little bit too confident in front of the goal. Throw in for Nepal. Blocked by Hanin Tamim. He's just allowed it to go out. Smart play by Raid. Leila pushing it over to Hanin. Samira Awad there on the right wing. Throwing for Lebanon. Samira Awad there. Leila Iskandar. Carly. She had plenty of time there. I guess she didn't want to take any chances. Leila. 16 minutes into the first half. We're still 0-0. Nepal versus Lebanon for the semi-finals. And we're here at the Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Sports City Stadium. We see Nepal taking on Lebanon. Nepal on the attack, looking at the goal. Anita Basnet, and throwing for Nepal. Some good defending here today by Waid. She's really on the ball. She really gets herself behind the ball as quick as she can. And second corner for Nepal. This time taken by Anita Basnet. Anita Aldib. Nepal. Here's a handball inside the box. I think it was Amisha Karki. It seemed like a handball there to Amik. Yeah. Watching the replay, is it a little bit high, but the referee's called it already. Throwing for Nepal. From Hira Bujel. Samira. Natalie. Cynthia. Leila. Over to Anita. Anita's looking for support there. Pooja made her way all the way up there. Pooja there on the wing. Good attempt at cross. Cynthia, back to Cynthia for Lebanon. Natalie. Cynthia looking for support. Cynthia, back to Cynthia. Wade. Leila. Leila looking at goal. No. Anita Basnet. Preeti looking for her teammates. Not finding target. Picked up by goalkeeper Angela Suba. Dima. Dima Al-Kasti. Lebanon playing some short passes. They should be playing some long balls at this point. Samira. There's plenty of white shirts up front. And to Leila. Wade. Haneen. Nice back heel there. Looking for Wade. Kirsty. Zahwa. Preeti. Hira. A little bit too much behind that one there. Looking for Hira Bujet. Throwing for Lebanon. You see both teams are just warming up at this point. Both still testing each other. ability, speed. This is the first time these two teams have met on the pitch so far. Samira going to be looking for the cross and throw into Lebanon. We've had Lebanon from Group A and Nepal from Group B. So from Group B we've had Jordan and Nepal coming through. Throwing for Nepal. A little bit of a hard tackle that, a bit of a push. Sabrita Bandari. Anita Karim. Sabrita just slipped. Then she slipped, she probably just... Yeah. And she just grabbed onto Zahwa's leg, awarding Lebanon a free kick. Samira out, throwing for, I think it's a throw-in. Was it a free kick? Nepal not that nippy today. Seem a little bit laid back. A lot more laid back playing against Lebanon today. Free kick for Lebanon. In comes a kick. Straight into the hands of keeper Angela Suba. And Nepal in the attack again. Sabrita, she was looking at the goal just then. Cynthia, a little bit too much behind the ball there, Cynthia. Nepal are back. Sabrita, Anita, oh. She hesitated a little bit too long on that one then, for Anita Basnet. Dima. Intercepted by Nepal. Pretty right. Hira. Anita KC. We've got two Anitas on the Nepal team today. And that is Anita KC. Wrestled Cynthia to the floor there. So you got Anita Basnet and Anita KC. The Anita KC is number 15. Natalie Waid. Looking for support. Hanin looking for support there. The ball still in play. In comes Natalie. Good through ball there to Sabrita. Just didn't get there on time. Kicked out by Anita Basnet. And throw in for Nepal. Thrown by Pooja Rana. Good through ball. And we've got another throw in there for Nepal. Inching towards the Lebanon goal. Zahwa Arabi. Pooja. Both teams trying to claim the throw in. And throw in for Nepal. Pushing ball forward. Look at. I think that looked like it did look like it was going to be towards the goal by Rekha Pudel, but then I think because it's one of those indecisive moments where you're looking at the goal, but then you also see your teammate running towards the goal. So she was looking. It seemed like she was looking for her teammate Geeta. Dima. Anita crossing it over. A slight slip there for Sabrita. The pass still in possession. Anita Casey. I think it's just lack of communication here at the moment. Nepal are doing really well, but they seem to be losing a lot of the passes. Wade. Layla. Pretty. Finding Anita. Anita. Accuracy seems to be really off today for the Nepal team. Not compared to the other games that they've been playing, they're a lot more accurate than today's game. There's the communication. Layla. And throwing for Nepal, I believe. No, throwing for Lebanon. Wade. Layla. Cynthia. Pushing it to the middle to Natalie. Natalie wasted no time. Over to Amina. Amina looking for Zahwa. Zahwa. Intercepted by Nepal. Still 0-0. 30 minutes into the first half. A bit of a drag there on taking Rekha Pudel down by Waid. There's a little warning there from the ref. I saw that. Tug of the shirt. That seemed like a handball. No, disallowed. Free kick to Lebanon. Sabrita Bandari is trying to figure out what's going on there. There was a bit of a tussle there with Wade, and there's that handball of Cynthia again. I don't think the referee clocked onto that. Nathalie. Samira. A bit too much of a hard tackle there onto Samira. By Anita KC. Layla. Circling, looking for her teammates. She finds Wade. Wade looking for Samira. Just not quite enough behind that one. A little bit too far for Samira to get to the end of that ball. Samira pushing it to Cynthia. Samira's still got it. She's looking for the cross. Rika keeps it in. Ball still in play. And passes it back to Anita Basnet. Pretty. Back to Pretty. Pretty's looking up further up the field. She finds Hira. Hira crosses it in. Can Nepal do something with this one? Push it across. Lebanon playing this one dangerously. Just looks at the goal. Can't decide. Anita. Amisha Kaki. Not quite. I think she was looking, she couldn't find the right angle. There's a lot of twist and turning in front of the goal there, but Amisha couldn't really find the right angle to take the shot there. Referee Saeed Ahmed. Wade. Throw in. No. Is it a goal kick? Is it a corner? Ref Saeed Ahmed asking Wade to get off the pitch. There's a game to be played here. Wade's back on the feet. Good to see. A lot of good defending from Wade today. Really strong player. She's very strong on the ball as well. She wastes no time when she's on the pitch. Really gets the ball quite quickly. Cynthia. Natalie. Layla. Back to Natalie. Lebanon using full advantage, full side of the left side of the pitch. Nepal back on it. Anita drives the ball forward over to Sabrita Bandari, chasing the ball. There's a lot of to and fro in this game. It's really good to see. Sabrita again. Pretty. Pushing forward. And throwing into Nepal. Pretty. Over to Pooja. Pooja's looking for her teammates. Finds Anita. Needs to cross it in. Over the goal. Good attempt. We've got our first substitute coming on of the game, and Anita Basnet's coming off and is being replaced by Bimala Chowdhury. "37 minutes into the first half. We've got our first substitute. Quick ball finding Samira. And it has resulted in the first own goal. The first goal for Lebanon. Scored by Pooja Rana. Unbelievable. Again, I think the issue here is the Nepalese team are not really communicating. They're not communicating as well as what they normally do. They're not playing the normal confident, competent football that they've been playing in the last 3 games. And that's just resulted in a massive, you know, fatal mistake there by Pooja. She should have shouted out to the keeper before she passed it on. As you expect, I mean, with this being the semi-final, there's a lot of tension. It's very tense and a lot of nerves going. Nepal really need to do something now if they plan on staying in the, well, not even just staying in the tournament. If they're planning on getting to the finals, they're going to really have to do something now. Lebanon didn't even have to do anything with that one. It was just, you know, a free goal. 38 minutes into the first half, and it's 1-0 to Lebanon, courtesy of an own goal. There's Gita. Hira. Natalie. Failed to be cleared. In comes the cross. There's nobody there to get the boot at the end of that cross there. Another cross by Rita. Pooja Rana. Cynthia. Failed to clear that one. Pooja again. This time allowing plenty of time for Angela to get there to the ball. Cynthia. Wade. Natalie. But Carly. Dima. Intercepted. Pretty. Misha there on the corner. Still not out of danger zone for Lebanon. Zahwa clearing the ball. Natalie. A little bit too much there behind the ball there. We have Pretty Rai on the floor. Let's see if we can catch a replay of that. Nepal on the attack again. It's one-on-one with the keeper. Nepal don't seem to be communicating very well today. It seems as if it's not the same Nepal that that's been playing for the rest of the tournament. Throw in by Pujarana for Nepal. Finding Sabrita Bandari. Testing Lebanon's defense from the other side of the pitch. Pretty on the ball. Finding Hira. Layla breaking through, driving the ball forward. Finding Cynthia. Samira. Layla on the wing. Layla's looking at the goal, looking at teammates. Crosses it in. And there's nobody there. I think at this point, with it being the semi-finals, there's a lot of nerves going, a lot of emotions. That's probably what's got the Nepal team. They're playing very differently to how they've been playing recently, especially the game against Palestine the last few days. They're very confident against Palestine, and the game against Syria as well. They played really well, and they're opening a game against Iraq, which found them 5-0 up in the opening game for the tournament when they're playing Iraq. And the last game playing against Palestine, 4-0. They did really well, the Nepal team. But it just seems like it's a totally different team today. Different mindset. They don't seem to be as confident playing against Lebanon, who experienced their first defeat of the tournament in their last game against Jordan. Jordan being the 5-time winners of the tournament. A little bit of time there. A little bit of time there from Sabrita Bandari. She could have just held the ball a little bit longer before trying to find Rekha Pudel. The ball still in play. Finding Geeta. Natalie for Lebanon. Samira. Good twist and turn there. Cynthia. Very competent player, Cynthia Salah. Very good on the ball, very strong on the ball. Very good accuracy as well when it comes to passing. Referee says play on. No whistle. Geeta. Zara's still on the floor. I think she's twisted her knee. Natalie. She's nice through ball there, but Layla wasn't ready to run yet. The ball kicked out by the keeper while the referee goes to investigate what's happened to Zahwa. Two minutes added injury time. Amisha Kaki taking instruction from Rajendra Tamang. Referee asking Zahwa to step off the pitch. Really wants to get this game going. And there's that clash there with Geeta Rana. No, there's no clash, no knocking of the knee. I think it was just the way Zahwa went down. Throw in for Lebanon. And we're already in 2 minutes of injury time. Pujarana with the throw in. Let's see if Nepal can produce a goal in those last minutes of the first half. Sintha's not allowing that to happen. Gita again. Back to Puja. Pushing over to Misha. Misha looking at goal. Can she get herself a goal? Surrounded by 4 Lebanese players, 4 white shirts. Cynthia, back to Raid. And that's the referee's whistle indicating that's the end of the first half today at the Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Sports City Stadium in Jeddah. Score is Nepal 0, Lebanon 1 from an own goal there by Pooja Rana. This is Robert Welsh with you covering the game live. I hope you've enjoyed the game so far. We will be back shortly for the second half, so stay with us. And welcome back to the second half of the broadcast. The match between Nepal and Lebanon. This is Robert Welsh with you, covering the match live from the Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Sports City Stadium here in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. And we're here for the semi-final of the 8th West Asian Football Federation Championship here in Saudi Arabia. See both teams heading back onto the pitch right now. Nepal in red and Lebanon in white. I'm sure head coach Rajendra Tamang had a lot of encouraging words for the Nepal team after that first half performance. As I mentioned earlier, the Nepal team seem to be playing very differently compared to the last 3 games that have seen them gone undefeated. And they don't seem to be as composed as they were previously, and there's certainly a lot of lack of communication compared to the other games. We're going to see some changes today to the lineup. It looks as if Yara Burada's about to come on. No changes. I think we've got our first change for the Lebanese team, and we've got Zahwa Arabi. I think Zahwa's coming off. We're waiting for the referee's whistle to kick off the second half of today's match. Here we have it, and the match is underway. Nepal 0, Lebanon 1. And Lebanon having an early attack there, right on the corner of the box. Samira. And easily picked up by the Nepal captain and goalkeeper, Angela Suba. Natalie Mata, Lebanon. Pass it back to Caitlin. Finding Layla. Layla's finding Samira. Back to Layla. Ball still in play. Layla. The first Lebanon substitute is Yara Burada for Cynthia Sals. There we see Dima Al-Kasti taken down. Free kick for Lebanon. In comes a kick. Headed out by Amina Jassis. And throw in for Nepal. Pretty. Again, lack of communication there by the Nepal team. Searching for teammates. Dima finding Natalie. I think that earlier Zahwa Arabi. Assisted there by Angela. And this was that clash there with Amrita Jassis. Amrita kicked the ball, and Zahawa's leg was there. I thought Zahawa was going off earlier to be replaced by Lara or Yara Burada, but it was Cynthia Saha that was taken off. Cynthia's been quite strong in this game, really instrumental in the defense and the offense of the Lebanese team. Amrita Jassis is also taking some time out from that clash. Watched on by Wael Ghazadeen. "48 minutes. Zahawa's back on her feet. I'm not sure she's going to be playing for the rest of the game. She's got a bit of a limp there. It didn't even seem like that much of a heavy challenge from Amrita. Free kick to Lebanon. Going to be taken by Kali Hafouche. Kali Hafouche for Lebanon. Waid. Pushed out by Amisha. Another throw in for Lebanon. Even though Lebanon have got one goal, the one up already, they're still not out of the danger zone. They have still yet to score. That was back to Natalie. Danger. Passing it over to Lamita El-Dib. Lamita finding Amina. Is Nepal back on the attack again. This time they seem a little bit more focused this second half for Nepal. And at this point they just realise there's just too many white shirts in front of the goal there. They really have to be creative at this point. In comes across. Looking for goal. Preeti Rai. A little bit way off the mark there. Just not enough dip on that shot there. Zahawa's struggling, really struggling right now. Shaking her head. Yeah, it looks like Kirsty Malouf might be coming on. Christie, number 14 for Lebanon. Just been seen warming up there. Yep, there you go. There's Christy Malouf. Who's also got 3 goals behind her in the last 3 games. Looks like she's going to be coming on for Zahwa Arabi, who's about to be carried out on a stretcher. As mentioned earlier, this game is the determining game that's going to see one of these teams advance to the final, which is going to be against Jordan, who managed to secure a 5-0 win against Palestine a little bit earlier on in the day. So Jordan are definitely in the finals, as expected. They've already won the tournament 5 times. So one of these teams will be facing Jordan in the final on the 29th. So it's either going to be Nepal or Lebanon. Let's see that challenge again. Seems pretty clean challenge there. Amrita Jassis. And we see Christine Ma'alouf coming on, replacing Zahra Arabi. Second substitute for Lebanon today. Lebanon are currently 1-0 up against Nepal. From an own goal earlier by Pooja Rana. Miscommunication with the goalkeeper, Angela Suba. Nepal on the attack again. Just outside the box. You got Leila Iskander there, pushing the ball forward. And Christine Ma'alouf taking on two of the defenders. She's looking at the goal. And slightly wide of the far post there. Anjita Suba was there already. What a great first touch there for Christine Ma'alouf. Bimala Chaudhry. Great ball to the centre, right into the middle. Christy. Haneen. And we have throwing for Nepal. Haneen's seems to be in pain. Here's that run again by Christy Ma'alouf. You can see she was aiming for the far post there. Throwing for Lebanon. Samira, surrounded by 3 red shirts. And we have Sabrita. She's on the corner. She's there and denied by Dima Al-Kasti. Dima's a really good defender. She plays really strong defender. Really instrumental in the defense for Lebanon. We saw her a bit earlier. She was up for the corner kick against Nepal in the first half. In comes the corner kick and cleared by Leila. There's nobody up there yet. Out comes keeper Angela Suba. Just waiting to see a few more white shirts cross the halfway line. And Nepal back on the attack again. Gita is looking for a teammate, crossing it all the way over to Reka, who's offside. I think it was Reka that was offside. Bimala Chaudhry. A little bit disappointed there with that one. Dima with the free kick. Natalie. It's a Lamita. And throw in for Nepal. Third one in the second half. Gita. And ball still in play. In comes a cross. Denied by Samira. Missed by Leila. And we've got another throw in there for Nepal. Wade can't believe it's her eyes. And Nepal on the attack again. Sabrita takes shot a little bit too wide. Sabrita Bandari. A little bit too wide there of the goal. Pushes it to the side. See the way she drops her shoulder. And throwing for Lebanon. Lebanon not out the woods yet, and they know that. Here's Kirsty. Pushing it over to Layla. Layla's looking at the goal. Straight at the goalkeeper. Angela Suba was there. I believe you have offside. Yeah, Layla's way offside there. Nepal on the attack again. They want to take it right into the goal. It's actually there. Rika Poodle is just there, trying to figure out what to do. She's got the ball right in front of the goal and is just trying to roll it in. Nepal really need to be a bit more creative at this point. It's almost like a totally different team that we were watching throughout the rest of the tournament. We have offside. I believe it is Sabrita this time. Was it Sabrita or was it Bimala? I think it was Sabrita. No, it was Bimala. Nepal again, Geeta. Pooja crosses it in. Free kick to Lebanon. Waid. Pooja Rana. Bit of a clash there. Bit of a hard tackle there. Rash challenge. Geeta. She's looking around for teammates. Can't really see anybody. And she leaves it to Samira. Back to Rekha. Natalie. Free kick to Nepal. And into KC. Pooja takes a shot at goal. Unfortunate. The wrong side of the net there for Rika Poodle. Dima on the defence. Seems like both teams are really struggling to try and get a goal. And Nepal really pushing it this second half. And Lebanon is just defending really well against a lot of unfortunate bad passes from the Nepal team. It really seems like the game's going the total opposite to what a lot of people have been expecting. Lebanon really struggling to get an attack on the go. Sabrita Bandari again. It's on the corner of the box. Cross, in comes the cross. Geeta. Yeah, that was Layla taken down. Layla taken down by Geeta Rana. Who's ended up with the yellow card. First yellow card of the game, Geeta Rana. That was a bit of a rash challenge there. You see again. Lana. Hita. Natalie. Layla. Yara. And free kick to Lebanon. Yeah, a bit of a hard tackle there from Pretty Right. And throw into Nepal. Let's see if Nepal can do something with this throw in. 64 minutes into the second half. The score is Lebanon 1, Nepal 0. Nepal inching closer towards the goal. Fujarana with the throw in. Yara. Over to Natalie. Natalie looking down the other side of the pitch. Nepal again. Hira Bujo. Pretty Right. Crossing in front of the goal. There's nobody there. Oh! What a save there by Lamita. Bimala Chaudhry, just a little bit, not enough there behind the ball. She took the shot. Just wasn't enough behind it. Natalie blocking the shot. Wade just making sure that they... Another throw-in rather than a corner. Here's that shot again. Cross it back in. And then Bimala Chaudhry. Left kicks it, straight to the keeper. Just a little bit, not enough there behind that. A little bit too soft. Throwing for Nepal. I believe we've got another substitution coming on for Nepal. Second one of today, Dipa Shahi coming on to replace Anita KC. Number 23, replacing Anita. And Rashimi Gising is replacing Rika Poodle. Lebanon also making a substitution, taking off Kale Hafoush. And they're bringing on Rana Al-Muqdad. Rana normally plays midfield. And she's replacing Kale Hafoush. Let's see how the Lebanon team shuffles the team up today in the second half. 66 minutes into the second half, and we've got Leila Iskander on the floor. Rana Al-Muqdad, number 8, coming on for Kale Hafoush. Kale's doing really well today for defending. It's going to be interesting to see. See Rana Al-Muqdad, number 8. Rashimi. And we got a corner kick there for Nepal. Amrita going to take it. I believe Amrita taking the corner kick. Lamita El-Dib organising her defence for the corner. Corner is going to be taken by Bimala Chaudhry. This is the 7th corner for Nepal. Can they produce something from it? Cross right inside the box. And Glate cleared out well out of play. I believe that was Demel Casti. Pretty right. There was a bit of a hard clash there with Yara. Yep. Yara first she kicked the left foot and then she kicked the right foot. Left, then right. That really should be yellow carded for that. I think the referee really needs to view that again. You can see the Yara Burada, she clipped the left foot and then she just kicked the right foot. Bear in mind that there's no VAR during the WAFF, the West Asia Football Federation tournament. There's no VAR. Coach Rajendra Tamang checking up on his player, Pretty Rai. Amirata over to Hira. Hira looking for the cross, pushing it back to Deepa. Cleared out by Samira Awad. Amita again with the cross. Layla. Christie. Gita pushing it over to Hira again. Hira looking at for her teammates. Crosses it in. Let's see. Over to. Straight to the. Oh! Rashimi. I think it's a little bit too much there. Lovely cross into the box, straight into the box. Rashimi that takes the shot, a little bit too wide. The 8th corner for Nepal, and off comes Pooja Rana. And Pooja is going to be replaced by Sabita Magar. Let's see if Sabita can pull off some magic in this game. In comes across. Oh! Nepal are closing up. They're really pushing against the Lebanese side today. The 9th corner for Nepal. In comes across. Oh! Samira with a clear. And picked up by Hira. Hira crosses it back into the goal. Rashimi. Rashimi's there, right. Christie. Over to Sabita. Sabita's first touch. Bimala. Over to Sabita. Cross it. Oh! And clear by Dima. Samira. Yara. She's looking for Layla. And Wa'id. Almost kept the ball in play. I mentioned earlier, Wade's really keeping the team together. She defends well, really good passes. definitely an asset to the Lebanon team today. Bima. Over to Rishimi again. And is this going to be the first? No! Sabrita Bandari. This is the third time right in front of the goal. One-on-one with the keeper. And she still managed to skyrocket though. That left foot. She's done so well in the previous games. Bimala is coming on, and off goes Pooja. And Nepal on the attack again. Inside the danger zone. Aminat. Yeah, kicked out by Rana Al-Muqdad. Throw in for Nepal. Gita looking for her teammates. A little bit too much there behind the ball. Nepal seem to be doing really well driving the ball down the left side. It just seems that as soon as they get the ball in front of the goal, they just like freeze. It's definitely not the same Nepal that have been playing the last 3 games that we've seen. Christie, no, just didn't get there in time. Samira steals it. Christie again. Here we go. And here we go. It's another attack. No. It's it's in. I cannot believe it. Sabrita Bandari manages to get the first goal for Nepal. Simple mistake by Amina Karim. Simple mistake. She's really beating herself up over this one. This is not the kind of game that we've been expecting to see. This is totally opposite to what we were expecting today here at the semi-finals. You can see the look. Amina Karim absolutely gutted. She turned. She was there. She didn't know what. It was almost as if she didn't know which direction to kick the ball, and then Sabrita Bandari just came, stole it from her. One-on-one with the keeper here. Keeper stops it. Amina there, and she just comes round and right with that right foot just hooks it back into the goal. There you can see here, she just comes in, slides in, and Sabrita Bandari finally gets that goal she's been after. But this time she's using the right foot instead of her left foot, because it this has been some game. There's some game to be commentating on today as well. Unexpected. 76 minutes into the second half. Lebanon 1, Nepal 1. And Nepal high on energy now. And we can see there, Bimala Chaudhry. Just not enough behind that one there. Picked up easily by Lamita Eldib. The fans are on their feet. Nepal are back in the game. And Lebanon really have to pull their socks up on this one now. Throw in for Lebanon. Christie. Deepa. Gita looking for her teammates. At this point you can see all the Lebanese players are in their own half. And here we have it. Bimala Chaudhry again. Good defending there. Samira looking for Christie. Christie. Christie there on the attack. Some good defending there by Nepal. Really need to take the time. Just hold the ball a little bit longer. And here we have it again. Sabrita Bandari. Dima's there. Sabrita looking for the cross. Not really much of a cross. And that picked up by Natalie. Natalie looking for Yara. Not managed to hold on to the ball there quite well. In comes Hira. Yara. Looking for Christie. Christie just wasn't there yet. Christie was still a little bit behind there. Hira Bujal. Pretty. Amisha. Rashimi there. Oh. Picked up by Lamita El-Deeb. Back to Rana. Natalie. Savita Maga there. Looking for the cross. She's looking for her teammates. Nepal seems to be playing a lot better now. There's a lot more communication. Christie. Just not enough there behind that ball. Gita pushing it forward. I believe a throw-in for Nepal. In comes across. Slightly off target. Good to see Nepal back in the game. 80 minutes of the second half. Nepal versus Lebanon at the West Asia Football Federation tournament. This is the semi-final. And both teams are eager to advance to the final against Jordan, which is going to be played in 2 days on the 29th. And corner kick. No. Goal kick. Let's watch that again. Rashimi. Samira. The ball's clearly out there. Christie chasing the ball. Just didn't get there on time. Over to goalkeeper. Angela. Gita. Nepal back in the attack again. Sabrita. Oh! Deflected. Sabrita Bandari. Looking for that second goal. You see Dima. Dima's done a really good job today denying Sabrita from scoring. She took quite a lot of shots today to the body from Sabrita. Once again, we're broadcasting live from the Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Sports City Stadium in Jeddah. And this is the semi-final between Nepal and Lebanon. Nepal managed to come with an equaliser after an own goal there by Pooja Rana a little bit earlier on. An equaliser from Sabrita Bandari. who's been denied quite a few goals on target by number 15 Dima Al-Kasti. He's just taking a stroll off the pitch right now. Referee's whistle indicating the game to continue. Ran Al-Muqdad. And we got another substitute coming on for Lebanon. We got Julie Atala is coming on. And Julie is replacing Natalie Mata, who's the team captain for Lebanon today. And also Christina Tickle, who's coming on to replace Amina Karim. So this is the fourth and fifth substitute for Lebanon today in the semi-final against Nepal. There you see Wade. At one point just then she was surrounded by three Nepal players. Deeper. Wade. 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 Very strong defender. Throwing for Nepal. Wade. And a little bit too much there with that throw. They hit the microphone. Crucial minutes leading on to the end of the second half. Nepal 1, Lebanon 1. Free kick there by Ran Al-Muqdad. And Christie running onto the ball. Lebanon haven't really managed to do much attacking, to be honest, in this second half. It's just been Nepal just been really pressing on them throughout the whole second half. Christie pushing back to Dima. And back to Nepal, Gita. Deeper. Finding Gita. Oh, denied. Back to Rashimi. It turns, oh. Just needed to find the right angle there to push that one. And denied by Ran Al-Muqdad. Wade. Christie. It just seems the Lebanon team haven't really had much opportunity on the offence. They've been doing a lot more defending at this point in the second half anyway. Throwing for Lebanon. Samira. Sabita. Oh! Good save there by Lamita. Could have been quite dangerous there if Hira got to the ball there. He's only a few yards away. That could have ended up so differently for Lebanon. Again. Nepal on the attack again. Sabrita. And it's a corner. Let's see if Nepal can do something with this one. 88 minutes into the second half. Let's see Rushimi. Rushimi normally is really good at getting the end of these corner kicks. In comes a kick. Oh! Slightly off the mark. Good save there by Lamita. Covered quite well by Rana Muqdad. Sabita. Throwing for Lebanon. Christie. Leila. Yara. Looking for Samira. Cleared by the keeper. This is where it gets a bit tricky now. Rana. Samira. And offside. I believe it was Christina. It looked like it was Christina. Let's wait for the replay on that one. And there, yep, we've got two offsides. We've got Christina, and we had Christina and Laura, I think. Lebanon really struggling to get any kind of decent attack on Nepal in this second half. Nepal defended really well, and they've really been pushing. Been pressing the Lebanon defense throughout the whole game. Lara struggling to find the teammates. Dangerous defending there by Amrita. Sabita. Christie. Finding Julie, pushing the ball forward, driving it through. I'm not sure what was going on there in Sabita's mind just then. Five minutes extra time. Rana Muqdad. Headed up by Sabita Maga. And we're back in front of the goal again, in front of the Lebanon goal. Seems almost impossible for the Lebanon team to get past the halfway mark. Either way, one of these teams need to advance to the final against Jordan, which is happening in the next 2 days on the 29th. We've got throwing for Nepal. 3 minutes into extra time. Gita. We're going to have to draw out some of those white shirts from their own half. Nepal really putting the pressure on at the moment. Here we go. Sabrita again, one-on-one with the keeper, and it's a corner kick for Nepal. Corner kick for... Oh no, it's... I was expecting a corner kick just then. Cleared out by Rana Muqdad. Probably Rishimi protesting there against that little shove. She was pushed out. Corner kick for Nepal. This could be it. Last minute of the second half. Corner kick. In comes the kick. Oh, what a goal! Nepal finally. Dipper Shahi. And that then seals the deal and puts an end to the Lebanon's side at the WAFF tournament today. Nepal will be facing Jordan in the finals. Last minute, what a goal there. Great performance. What a goal. I can't see Lebanon coming back after that one. Lebanon have definitely not been the best team on the pitch today, and Nepal just too much miscommunication. What a stormer there. Great goal by Preeti Rai. She just stood back and rocketed it straight to the back of the net. What a goal. Samira with the cross. Last attack. And Layla's holding her face. I think there was a bit of a clash there with Bimala Chowdhury. Yeah. I believe this is the referee's going to award Lebanon a free kick right in front of the goal. The game just keeps getting more and more interesting. As mentioned earlier, Nepal have not lost any games yet. Played 3, won all 3. Lebanon lost their first match against Jordan, who have already advanced to the final of the West Asian Football Federation tournament. As we wait for the decision. Watch that again. And here's that goal. Scream to the back of the net. Lamita Aldib had nothing she could do. She did dive in the right direction, but there was just too much behind that goal. We're just waiting for the referee's decision as to what's going to happen next. Already over in the injury time, extra injury time, should we say. Lele Skandar. Not really much breathing space there. There's a bit of a heavy clash there. And then this gunner's got a bandage on her nose. With the referee Saad Ahmad is advising Layla to step off. It was clearly an accident. It was not intentional. I think both players went for the ball. And free kick to Lebanon. And it's going to be taken by Samira Awad. Samira normally goes for the top left corner at this point. Yep. And I think the referee has blown the final whistle there at the Prince Abdullah Al Faisal Sports City Stadium in Jeddah, indicating that's the end of the match today, and Nepal advance to the finals against Jordan in 2 days on the 29th. Make sure you're there to watch this clash between Nepal and Jordan. That's certainly going to be one game to be, it's going to be the final, the match final. That's definitely one game to not miss. So the final score is Nepal 2 and Lebanon 1. It's Robert Welsh here with you. Hope you've enjoyed the match this evening. Stay tuned for more West Asian Football Federation tournament final, which is happening in 2 more days on the 29th between Nepal and Jordan. Thank you. Good night. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum. It's been a pleasure.
كابتن سميرة، قدمتوا مجهود عظيم في كامل البطولة وحتى في اليوم، لكن كان في مشاكل هجومية عندكم، حدثينا عن ايش المشاكل هذه؟
هي بالاحرى ما في مشاكل هجوميه، في شويه تعب لانه البطوله اجت يوم يوم لا متوشي، فشوي حل التعب علينا. الحمد لله على كل شيء، يعني ما توفقنا نسجل جول، اللي اعطينا كل شيء عنا والتوفيق من الله، فالحمد لله على كل شيء.
الحمد لله وبالتوفيق لكم في المشاركات القادمة. شكرا. كابتن لميتة، أعطيتوا الواجب وبزيادة، يعطيكم العافية. إيش كان سبب خسارة مباراة اليوم برأيك؟
بحس على الانتنسيتي تبعت الجيم، كان هاي انتنسيتي، كان فيها ركض كتير، تعب كتير. مع انه نحن اول هاف كنا نحن مسيطرين، بعدين حل التعب علينا بتاني هاف. اي ثينك التعب كان هو السبب.
الأداء الدفاعي للمنتخب لبنان اليوم كان يعني مستوى كبير، لكن الهجومي كان شوية. إيش المشاكل الهجومية اللي يعاني منها المنتخب؟
ما فهمت.
المشاكل الهجومية اللي عانى منها المنتخب بسبب عدم ما سجلته في اليوم في أهداف.
بحس كمان مثل ما عم بقول على التعب، نطلع على كثرة الترانزيشن، ما عم بيكون في زيادة عددية قدام، فبحس كرمال هيك ما قدرنا نسجل.
جميل. شكرا كابتن لميتا. Captain Sabitra, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
You did great effort, you and all your team. Tell me about today's game.
First half we can adjust this field because of the field is too wet, and we don't control the ball as well what we want. So first half we feel a little difficult, and the second half we did 100%, and then we got the result.
Next game is the final against Jordan. How are you going to prepare for it?
Of course, they are really good team for this tournament. So we'll fight for the title and we'll respect the opponent.
Thank you, Captain Sabitra. Congratulations. Pretty Ray, congratulations. You did it. You did the goal. You reached the final. Tell me more about today again.
Yeah, during the first half, it was really uncomfortable for us because we were really new to the ground, and and we couldn't play the first half our own game. But during the second half, we got comfortable with the field and the ball and the stadium, so it was easy for us to keep the ball and keep our momentum. And yeah, we reached the final, and I scored the goal, but I also want to win the final. Until I don't win the final, it's not enough. So, but the goal I scored today, I want to dedicate this goal to Navina ma'am. She has really helped me during my hard times and during my injury. Aside from my family, she was the only one that helped me through my hardships and all my mental hardships. So I really want to dedicate this goal to Navina ma'am.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you expect that she gonna score the goal at this moment?
Yes, I do always expect a very good about Preeti Rai, and I have seen her future very bright. And I'm really proud that she has come back more stronger than before, even after injury. And I'm really proud of my Preeti Rai and all the entire team. And also thank you, Saudi Arabia, for inviting us and letting us to play in this WAFF championship. Thank you so much.
Thank you and good luck in the final. Thank you.
Thank you, Preeti Rai.
أعطيته الواجب